To fix this, taking some white glue mixed with a little water, along with some strips of old newspaper, using a paintbrush, proceed to glue our newspaper clippings over the cracks on our shield. Don't forget to do this on both sides. You'll also want to remember to do this after you primer the shield, as the glue will just stick better with the primer. Then, when the glue is done drying, proceed to add another coat of primer to our shield. Then, taking our compass, measure and puncture a hole 5 1/4 inches from the end with the nail. Then place a pen through our new hole, and draw in our center circle. I then punctured a hole on our compass 2 1/2 inches from the one we just made. Then from that hole, measure and puncture another hole 2 3/8 inches away. Then proceed to draw in our rings. And when drawing in the rings, I accidentally scratched off some of the primer, but this is of no consequence. I then placed some electrical tape along the inner edges of our middle ring, and along the inner edges of our center circle. Then, taking some Christmas red paint, proceed to paint the innermost and outermost rings. And you'll want to use at least 2 coats of paint. Then, proceed to remove the electrical tape. I then mixed the colors bright blue and true blue, and painted our center circle. It helps to have steady hands for doing this. You'll also want to use 2 coats of paint for this as well. Then, taking our star templates, linked in the description down below, proceed to tape all the pieces together. Then, taking some transparent plastic, like the kind on a box for an action figure, proceed to spray adhesive our star onto the plastic. Then proceed to cut it out of the plastic. Then primer the plastic side of our star. Then, taking some white gloss, paint the star and middle ring of our shield with 3 coats. Then, when your paint is done drying, carefully spray adhesive the star onto the shield. Then, proceed to line the edges of our star with some superglue in order to ensure its hold. Then, taking 4 2 by 1 1/4 foam pieces that I painted silver, I hot glued them onto the back of our shield. I then hot glued around the edges to make sure that they don't fall off. Then, taking an old leather belt, I measured and cut it down to 2 11-inch pieces. These will be our straps. I then screwed each end of the straps into the foam pieces on the back of our shield. And lastly, give it a thick coat of gloss plastic spray. And that's how you make Captain America's shield.